So we're going up to this barber shop
at the El Cortez.
El Cortez, which is so cool because the guy that works here is the grandson of the guy that actually started this barber shop here.
We're pretty sure it's grandson, not great grandson.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the grandson.
But love the wallpaper, love the colors. This is really cool.
The flooring is cool.
Yeah. Wow. I've never been here. Oh, barbershop to the left.
Nice.
This is cool.
Vintage rooms.
Yeah. So you can request vintage rooms or stay in renovated ones. They are all renovated, but
I was gonna ask.
the ceiling height is lower.
I was gonna ask, does vintage rooms mean just not upgrade? Not
No,
update?
they updated them, but this is the old section. And so you don't have the modern size room like we would have now. So we're here in El Cortez in the barber shop,
Yeah.
and we wanted to show this place to you guys because there's something really cool. There's a really cool connection here, and that cool connection is this guy right here.
How's it going, you guys?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, doing amazing. I can't explain.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, so tell them who you are, basically.
Awesome. So my name's Andres Dominguez. I'm the owner of Speakeasy Barbershop, LV, here in the El Cortez Casino. But before that, my grandfather actually started this place in 1974. His name was Julian Madrid. Originally, it started downstairs, and nothing more than a handshake with a gentleman named Jackie Gunn, which many know and respect his name. He opened it up, and he was here for 33 years. In 2005, he ended up retiring and offered it to my uncle, but my uncle was already invested into another location, another barbershop. So he ended up selling it outside of the family to another guy named Ernesto. Ernesto ran it for 19 years, and it was still under the name of El Cortez Barbershop. Fast forward to 2018, he still owned it. He was an old man and just kind of hung in there. Kept it real old school, but didn't really modernize it. So people didn't even know it was here. Even employees, some didn't even know it was up here.
Wow.
Because in the early 80s, it got moved upstairs from downstairs. Got moved upstairs. Then after that, in the 90s, when Jackie Gunn built the new tower, at the time it was a new tower,
right,
still connected to here. Rumor has it that she wanted the beauty salon next to her, which the barbershop and beauty salon were next to each other, side by side. So they moved the beauty salon over there so she could come down the elevator and go right to the salon without touching the casino floor.
That's amazing, man. That makes sense.
They asked my grandfather if he wanted to move to the new section, and he said no. And I joked back a little bit, but when my grandpa had it, he said no, but he wanted to move to this corner over here. So that's why you got to go up the stairs by the craps tables and above the sports book to even get over here. The cool thing, so I'll touch into that in a second too. So the reason he wanted that is one, because of the view. There's a bunch of construction going on out there right now, but you can see all of East Downtown Fremont. So it's an amazing view. And actually, when I was a little boy, I grew up in this barbershop too because of Grandpa. So I remember coming in, and he'd actually have the key to that little patio out there, and he'd eat his breakfast out there and watch over Fremont Street. Him and my uncle, because my uncle also cut here for a while too.
So there's a patio right out here?
It's on the right-hand side, so it's not directly connected to the barbershop, but it's connected to the hallway of the casino.
Oh, okay.
It is super small. Like, they call it a patio, but it's like you walk out on it, and then that's it.
Prime real estate, though.
So he would hang out. They actually had like a little chair that they put out there, and he would just eat his breakfast and like
that's so cool.
Watch the characters walk by.
Yeah, perfect.
That is awesome.
So he wanted to stay on this side, and then nothing surrounding us. Nobody. They didn't make no noise or nothing, so it didn't really interfere with any of the rooms because where we were at was actually built in 1942. It's the original section of the El Cortez, which is why this is grandfathered in. Cool. So when you guys noticed when you walked up the stairs, it was stairs.
Yeah.
There was no elevator.
Yeah.
And that's because this is grandfathered in on this side. So this used to be a hotel room that was converted into the barbershop.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it didn't interfere with any of the rooms, and he just kind of liked it up here, and he didn't want to be, he didn't have to be right in the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
So then fast forward, like I said, Ernesto had it for 19 years, and he didn't really modernize it. He kind of took what my grandfather sold him and just honestly just let it kind of go. Like I said, people kind of forgot about it, and it was just, at one time my grandfather had it filled with nothing but suits in here, whether it was an attorney, a judge,
That's cool.
or in that era, whatever their profession was.
Yeah.
That's
Imagination.
what they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
And I hear an amazing
Suits.
stories about, even some of his clientele to this day have read our article in the paper and heard about us and have came back in like, hey, you're Julian's grandson?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yes, sir. And they'll be like, I knew your grandfather. And they would tell me a couple
That's
of
neat.
hidden gems. Yeah.
That's so
So
neat.
it was really, really fun.
That's awesome.
Is that going to be an issue?
No.
Just yell. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah. When the opportunity presented itself, I was actually a barber at another location, my uncle's location, and a bunch of older clientele started going to him. And he said, hey, not that I don't appreciate your guys' business, but why are you guys all coming to me and asking for me by name? And they said, oh, well, Ernesto retired and he shut down the shop, and he's sending us your way.
Oh.
And this was actually, it's kind of cool you guys showed up, because this happened in November 2018.
Oh, not that long ago.
No,
Yeah.
so that's when I caught wind of it, made our way down here. And I'm lying, it was October, because November is like, we already started like the deal and everything. December was the build out, and one of my things was, hey, I want to take it over, but I don't want El Cortez Barbershop, I want to do Speakeasy Barbershop, LE.
Yeah.
And they were like, cool, whatever you want to do. So
Nice.
it was that a story in itself too. I don't know if you guys want all of those.
Hey, sure.
You got time.
We can do
You
it,
got
man.
time.
So I walked up, and it was completely gutted out up there. Completely gutted out. All there was a couple of chairs, and not even barber chairs, like a single chair, and it was just empty. So I made it. I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity, so I started poking around. I thought I would get a number off the door, because when they told me that my grandpa's old shop was available, I was like, oh, perfect, I'll go, get a number on the door, express my interest, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Well, I show up, I leave work, I show up, there's nothing on the door. And I'm like, dang, it just says barber retired. That's it.
Oh,
And I was like, oh man, but I'm already here, right? So I don't want to miss my shot. So I'm like, let me go to security. Went to security. They were like, we have no idea what you're talking about, man. Let me call my manager. Let me call my manager. So they called their supervisors. They were super awesome. They were like, hey, you know what? Go talk to the front desk. They might be able to point you in a better direction. So I go over there. Then they sent me to another gentleman who, his name was Tim Wajowski. I don't know his exact job title, but I know he was really involved with like the clientele and the gamblers and just everybody on the actual floor. So I think they kind of put me in front of him, because that's who was like their public relations, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
He was just kind of the face of, talking to people.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we did, and it was cool because he gave me the time of day, not knowing who I was, and just off of a whim, like, yeah, let's have a conversation. Sit in his office, and I'm like, hey, my name's Andres Dominguez. I'm interested in that space upstairs. I just want to know who I need to talk to, or who do I express interest with.
Yeah.
And he says, it was funny because he says, the barbershop? I said, yeah, the barbershop. He said, well, why do you want that space? It's kind of hidden and tucked away, and nobody even knows it's there. And I was like, I said, listen.
Where do we begin?
Yeah.
I was like, listen,
Exactly.
I know that's the case, but I kind of have an emotional connection with it. Plus, I'm a barber. I'm a registered barber here in Nevada. And he says, no offense, but you don't have an emotional connection, young man, with the El Cortez. And I said, And I said, no, I really do. I said, my grandfather was the barber. And he was like, who, Ernesto? I said, no, Julian. And at the time, he was on his desk on his computer. And he was kind of multitasking a little bit, like going through motion, super respectful, but still getting his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I said no, Julian, he stopped everything. Was like, Madrid? And I was like, yes, Julian Madrid. He's like, Julian Madrid was your grandfather. I said, yes. Now, mind you, I'm kind of caught off guard because of how he's reacting to my grandfather's name. He says, all right, hold on. And he stops doing what he's doing, picks up the phone. Hey, yeah, I got a guy here. This young man. Didn't remember my name.
Hey,
He claimed to be Julian Madrid's grandson. No, he says, yeah, Jolly Venture's grandson. He says, yeah, the barber, exactly. And so whoever he's talking to, I now know he even remembered the barber.
Right.
He's like, yeah, okay, yep, all right, bye. And hangs up. Now I'm just sitting there. So my first thought is like, what do you mean I'm claiming to be his grandson? But I'm not even in a position to like start pushing around. So I'm like, whatever. Like I just think by it. He was like, come on, you're gonna meet the boss. Now mind you, I went to the door, there's nothing there. I went to security, they didn't know. Went to their supervisor, they didn't know. Went to the front desk, now I'm in front of him. So he's like, now I'm gonna take you to the boss. And I'm like, okay, whoever the boss is.
Vegas thing that we're always after, like we come to Fremont almost all the time, because we have that personal relationship with some of the the CEO at the plaza we're close with.
He treated, I mean, at that time we're still a small channel,
right.
But at that time we were like a lot smaller. We weren't even like 200 in.
Yeah.
Really?
And this was right when Jonathan got the CEO position.
Okay.
And he took the time to give us a tour of the whole place.
It's that old school Vegas.
That's exactly
he treated us like
what
we
we're
had
after.
a million subscribers, and it was like that's what's gonna keep us.
Like
coming
I don't
back.
mind losing my money there, it's not a big deal. It's just
doesn't care about your subscribers. It was about the experience of you guys getting that and that old school just thing, and that's what the guys do here. I mean, it's awesome that the owners they'll not every single day, but they come, hey Andres, how's everything going? It's going amazing. We'll talk a little bit, and that's it. So I have so much respect for these guys, and that's what drives me even more. Initially it was, okay, I want to have my grandfather's name that was respected continue to be respected, and man, his grandson's really doing his thing. But now it's like they've shown me so much respect. I want to do just as well for the casino, for the El Cortez, and it's cool that we can help each other out because people love the fact that there's a barbershop in here.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's 3 bars downstairs. Go downstairs, get you whatever your favorite drink is. Come upstairs and get a haircut and shave.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Why not, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. So any other what other questions?
Well, it's not a question, but I wanted to touch back on your grandfather and how respected he was, or he seemed to be, right? And I just wish the younger generations now would value that. You got your character and your legacy are the 2 biggest things you're going to leave behind, or at least people are going to remember.
And because of your character, that's how you build your legacy.
Exactly. And we're by day we teach, right? So we teach high school kids, and we are trying to get that point across. Like your character means everything. Doesn't matter if you're making big bucks or not. Like your character matters. It goes a
all
long
about
way.
how you talk to somebody, make them feel, and how you treat, and honestly take genuine interest in what that individual is doing. I honestly, truly believe that just staying as humble as possible. He gets on my case all the time, believe it or not, because I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit right now, just for the sake of the conversation.
You got to.
I mean, I've always had a different mindset. I've always wanted to do bigger, better things. I never wanted to be an employee. I never wanted to work for one individual. I never wanted to answer to somebody. And even when my own family was like, hey, you're wasting your time. You need to really focus on this job or this, or go to college, get a good degree, go do this. I did that to appease my mom and dad for a little while, and then I felt suffocated. So then I didn't, and I did my own thing, and it's pretty amazing that at 26 years old, I accomplished what I have accomplished. I'm in a major casino on downtown Fremont. Granted, not by myself, but no successful individual, not one that you can talk about, is somebody who achieved that level of success on their own.
So you've been open now officially for a year, right?
No,
in 4 days it'll be a year.
Days
January
it'll be
8th.
Oh, that's right.
In
That's
4
right.
days, it'll be a
24th.
year that we're open to the public.
Okay, so within that time frame, what has been like your busiest time? Does it correlate with when?
You mean as far as what events are around us?
Events, tourists, whatever.
I mean, just like any business, what's happening around you is going to help out or hurt the business.
So talking about that, when we started coming to Vegas together,
depending if
and
you
it,
wanted a clip
I don't know.
reward
I don't know what you
or,
think about this, but we would go to the Viva Las Vegas car show.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that culture, right? And you have that scene. And I have a lot of friends in that scene. And when they come to Vegas, El Cortez is one of those places they hit up, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
including some other places around town. So around that time, you guys get a peek of.
So this is the thing. This year we did get some layover from it.
Okay.
But being such a new location, our word wasn't out buzzing like that yet.
Right.
Now we have, I think, a 4.5 or 5 on Yelp. We have over 90 reviews, I think, on Google, which is like a 5-star review. So that alone is now drawing attention to us even more.
Right.
So I say that to say this. I think it's a little too early for me to answer
Yeah.
that question.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Do I see us being a destination spot? Absolutely. But there's definitely other barbershops surrounding that are respected in that scene as well.
Okay.
That are gonna have done amazing because of it. So we'll just have to see how it plays out for us.
Right.
We're a little different because we actually do the hot towel straight razor shave, and as you see, not
That's
only
awesome.
because of the space area, the available area in the space, we only have 2 chairs. So unlike a barbershop that has 7, let me ask you, when you get a haircut, what are you doing with the person cutting your hair?
You're conversing
Conversing.
with them.
Having a great time, talking, just shooting the baloney, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you doing if you're getting a hot towel shave? I don't know if have you ever had one?
No.
Never had one. Okay. If you were laying back with a blade to your throat, what
And
would
going
you
to.
be doing?
Not talking.
Well, not saying a damn thing.
Not breathing? I don't
Most of our
know.
guys, about 15 minutes in, are already asleep.
Yeah.
They're already crashed out because of how relaxed they are. And because it's such a small area here, we can really gauge and control that. So we're both talkers. We love interacting with our guys. But he sees the moment I lay somebody back for a shave, his voice goes from, yeah, how's everything going to, hey, how's everything going? And naturally, his client is going to bring it up as well. So when that happens, you can get a haircut and a shave anywhere. It's like buying a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
But the experience that we give you and the extra details that we take the time to actually show that passion behind, that's what sets us apart. That's what creates the ripple in our bucket of water.
Awesome.
So it was pretty cool because the hot towel box used to be right over here.
Okay.
And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I was cutting this gentleman's hair, and I gave him the mirror because I was already done. Gave him the mirror. I was standing over here talking to him, right, just like this, back towards you guys. I had the towel box here, and it might have been this hairspray actually, was on top of that box. And I'm showing him the mirror. He gives it, oh, it looks great. I hang it up, and we start just talking because he's a really good buddy of mine. I think he's a really good client, good buddy. We're shooting the crap. I'm standing right here, and all of a sudden, that cap, I see it, flies off the top of the box, hits my stuff, knocks over like my powder and my pre-shave, and that little lotion, knocks it all down. He hears it, but he thinks I hit something over here. He thinks my elbow hit something and it fell. And I was like, dude, did you hear that? 'Cause I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I heard it. And I'm like, no. It wasn't behind me. It was this. And I turn around and everything was knocked over. And he was like, dude, it's because the room's like, he started
That's
giving me
me.
like every
That's me.
reason in the book. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I don't know. Now, I'm like, maybe not. I'm not saying it's haunted. I'm not saying it is. It's not. Whatever. I'm like, I just know that I saw the cap slide off and hit that stuff and stuff all over. So then that was like 3 days after the incident with his phone cut.
Wow.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but it hasn't crossed your mind that it could be maybe your grandfather?
No, absolutely. Like I said,
Yeah,
my
he was-
dad had said it out loud. He was like, Julian,
Yeah.
we're just cleaning up the
Oh,
bar.
Yeah,
right,
that's why we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
which side do you want
So-
to see?
Yeah. So
We need your
absolutely.
approval.
Yeah.
Right?
So absolutely.
I'm-
Now whether it's my grandfather, because my grandfather didn't believe in ghosts either. He'd always say, it's bullshit. So whether it's him or whether it's coincidence or whatever it is, I believe that we're not the only ones here. You know?
I mean, it's
So-
just unexplained stuff.
yeah, unexplained
There's no
stuff.
explanation.
Now, what you want to believe in is that. But so another thing too is that morning of that happening, I come in, and he had asked for something. I forget what exactly I needed to get him. I got it and I put it in his drawer, right? He wasn't here that day, so when he got back, it'd be there, whatever. While I'm getting ready throughout the day, getting the hot towels, because we prep all of our stuff. So I get the hot towels every morning. We put the eucalyptus essential oils in it. We hand roll our towels. We put them all in the hot box, like fresh every morning. I'm getting all that ready, and all of a sudden I hear like a kind of noise. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'm listening to music as I'm getting ready.
Yeah.
As I'm getting the shop ready. So I turned the music off. I switched the song, is what I did. And it kept doing it. So I turned the music off because I thought it was our speaker kind of giving that humming noise.
Yeah.
Nope. So I'm like, what is it? What is it? I'm like following it. I find it. I open his drawer and his clippers are turned on. Now, mind you, I'm here by myself. He's been gone. He closed the shop the night before. Like he was the last one out. But if that machine was running all day, one, it would have died out because we use cordless tools.
Yeah.
And for like, there's no
Right.
side thing, you know. It's just
Yeah.
you touch it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it would have died out running all night.
Right.
And or I would have seen that when I opened his drawer and put what I put in there.
Yeah.
But an hour later is when it kicked on and I was hearing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So again,
Very
I don't know
cool.
what it was. It could have, you know.
That's awesome. Oh my God! Just when you're talking about that, there's a head of a flamingo going down the street.
You don't fuck around down
You
here.
don't mess
man.
around,
Hedges. Like that flamingo.
Well, that's why
Awesome.
they said the term the 86 comes in.
The what?
The 86 term is
Getting
where
80s.
That's how it came about.
Oh, really?
Because people think that 86 meant like you can't come back into the casino.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I was told that 86 meant you were actually taking 8 miles out and 6 feet under.
Oh.
Ah,
So that's why you
yeah,
weren't coming back,
yeah,
not that you weren't allowed back.
Ah, South Flamingo's getting 86.
yeah. 86.
Well, thanks guys for checking us out and hearing what we had to say today and listening to my story and me ramble. But listen, come down to Speakeasy Barbershop LV. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 7 and Sundays until 5. So come on in. The only days we're closed is Monday. So if you need to get cleaned up for a wedding or just hanging out with the boys and want something to do, come in for a hot towel, straight razor shave, grab your beer downstairs, and we'll see you soon.
Awesome.
Awesome. Sounds
Thanks.
great. Thank you.